So guys, for Nigerians who are willing to go to the US, both any type of visa that you want to go with, legally, okay, come closer to hear the full story on what is happening and the changes that have been applied to the visa, right? Now, they say that US to require $15,000 bonds from Nigerians, other business tourist visa applicants under new program. Tourist visa, you must have 15,000 US dollars in your bank account or in your domiciliary account that you have to show that in case you even gog, in case you gog in US, this 15,000 will come to the economy for your sustenance. It's not as if you are just going to, like before you just find way now to do corner or even small money to cross. Now, they are making it big. So this Trump administration is not joking at all. I'm going to give you full details of this so that you bear in mind, a lot of Nigerians are losing millions of dollars or millions of naira every day while trying to get US visa. For many reasons, they will decline. And the money you applied with is gone forever. They're not going to refund you the money you used in applying for this visa, which mainly it is 2 over 100 that they will grant. Others are for dignitaries and our politicians, their children, and all the rest of it. $15,000, that one na money that our politicians will give to one babe overnight. So it is all those our big people that are enjoying all these things. So that one now money now water now. So it doesn't even affect them. Now let's check it out and see what they are talking about actually. Now they say that the President Donald Trump-led United States government, you know that we are under his administration, okay, has announced that it will soon begin requiring bonds of up to 15,000 US dollars from Nigerians and other tourist and business visa applicants under its new pilot program set to take effect on August 20. So if you know how much they are using to, I don't know how much they are using to apply now, quickly go now to apply. Before August 20, from August 20, 2025, they are going to increase the money to 15,000 US dollars. That's what you will be kind of your guarantor, the bond, okay? Now, announced in a notice released on Monday, the US government said the initiative aims to deter visitors from overstaying their visas, according to Reuters. The policy gives US consular officers discretion to demand bonds from travelers originating from countries with high overstay rates or where the US deems screening and vetting procedures insufficient. Because a lot of Nigerians wants to japa, even those who have traveled already, they will overstay. That's what I was talking about in the previous video, that these crimes that most Nigerians are committing across the world will cause us a lot of problems. Now, when these crimes begin to occur with Nigerians everywhere, Nigerians, if you look at the level of arrest and scam and fraudsters that have been arrested in the US, you see that the name of Nigerians, including top government officials, have been indicted in all these crimes. So when a country like this have this level of crime rate, in a country like America, they will find a way to see what they can do to reduce the influx of people like this. Now, the policy gives the US consular the ability or the discretion to demand for this 15,000 US dollars. According to the Federal Register notice, visa applicants may be required to pay bonds of 5,000 US dollars, 10,000 US dollars, or even 15,000 US dollars, with officers generally expected to impose at least 10,000 US dollars. Countries like Angola, Liberia, Mauritania, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, Cabo Verde, and Burkina Faso or with visa overstay rates above 10% in 2023 will prominently be affected. So citizens from these countries that I've mentioned are the ones, the highest rate of people with overstay record. You see? So that is why it is going to affect you. The sins of others have affected those who never go, those who have not attempted the travel. You know, there is a heavy price for you to pay on behalf of those that have gone ahead of you and committed this overstay crime. You see? So this is how it affects others. Now, the funds will be returned to travelers if they depart in accordance with the terms of their visas. Reuters quoted the notice as stating, Omo, it don't read. Do you know what? I was even thinking that this money is like the one you come to show proof that, oh, there is 15,000 US dollars in this my account. Now, they have known that that you know, some people go to people or go to do it as business and okay, put this money in my account. If they approve my visa, you take your money. So this thing don't cast. They have known now that this thing now, it don't cast. That's why they brought about this new policy now, to make sure that if you pay this money to them, listen, oh, pay attention. The funds will be returned to travelers if they depart in accordance with the terms of their visas. Reuters quoted the notice as stating. That means that this money is not going to be with you. So if you want to borrow this money from bank, from anybody to use it to do kokosa, it's not something that, oh, and when they grant the visa, you take your money. No, this money will have to remain under the custody of the U.S. Government until when you depart U.S. They will not say, oh, that guy, he has returned. Then here is your 15,000 US dollars. So if you borrow it to somebody and the person in Japan, they begin to pursue and they arrest him and do all that, then the money will hang in the balance. So even those who are doing this for survival or using this money to do business again, it don't cast too. So if they give somebody visa of 3 months and you know he needed this bond and he wants to take it from you, that means that this money will have to remain with the person, with the US government for 3 months while this person is going around the US until the day he leaves. So it is possible that if you overstay while this money is still remaining in the hands or the custody of the US government, they may begin to deduct, you know, like in countries like Cambodia, Vietnam, and all the rest of it right there. If you overstay, you pay like $10 per day for overstaying in their country. So if this money enters the US hands, they can now decide and say, okay, we're going to charge you $5 per day for overstaying in our country. So after you have, that means, so if you like do kokosa in US, your 15,000 US dollars is in the hands of the government. So you may just be returning after 6 months or 1 year after staying there. You realize that this 15,000 has finished, or they will balance you $1,000. That means you have spent $14,000 doing kokosa there that you did not even eat. You see? So I think that's what it looks like to me. Now, the pilot program, which will run up for approximately 1 year, revives a similar initiative launched in November 2020 during the final months of President Trump's first term. The earlier attempt was shelved due to the global slowdown in travel amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Trump, who made curbing illegal immigration a central theme of his presidency, has consistently pushed for tougher entry requirements. In June, he issued a travel ban that fully or partially blocks citizens of 19 countries from entering the US on national security grounds. Many of those same countries are also marked by high visa overstay rates. A spokesperson for the State Department said countries subject to the new visa ban policy will be identified based on a combination of factors, Countries will be identified based on high overstay rate, screening and vetting deficiencies, concerns regarding acquisition of citizenship by investment without a residency requirement, and the foreign policy considerations, the spokesperson reportedly said. Now, while the government could not estimate the exact number of applicants who may be affected, the U.S. Travel Association projects the scope to be limited. The scope of the visa bond pilot program appears to be limited, with an estimated 2,000 applicants affected, most likely from only a few countries with relatively low travel volume to the United States, the group said. Countries potentially impacted include several on the existing travel ban list, such as Chad, Eritrea, Haiti, Myanmar, and Yemen, as well as others in Africa with high overstay rates, including Burundi, Djibouti, and Togo, based on the U.S. Customs and Border Protection data from fiscal year 2023. So whatever happens with the citizens of a country in US, it affects the entirety of that country. Once they see that this group of people, when they come to the US, they behave like this or behave like that, they find a way to curb them. And that is exactly what Donald Trump is doing in this case. Now, in a separate development, a new provision in a sweeping spending bill passed in July by the Republican-controlled Congress will introduce a $250 visa integrity fee for all approved non-immigrant visa holders. The fee, which takes off October 1st, is potentially refundable for those who comply with visa rules. So after collecting these $252, they will still give you back when you have observed all the visa rules. However, critics warn the mounting cost could deter legitimate travel. If implemented, the US will have one of, if not the highest visitor visa fees in the world, the U.S. Travel Association warned. The dual measures come amid border efforts by the Trump administration to overhaul the U.S. immigration system and reduce visa abuse. But with international travel still recovering, tourism advocates said the policies risk further alienating global travelers. That's it on this very news on the US travel. So if you want to travel to the US, I think you need to sit up, know these things, know these factors, and bear them in mind. So I want you to help me share this video to others. Let them know. Please spread this message so they will know the latest on people who are willing or trying to travel to the US. If you don't get that $15,000, if you don't get them, don't waste money booking all these things and paying all this money that you are spending up and down. You don't read now, except you have somebody who can borrow that money to you. And also you guarantee the person that after whatever duration of visa they give to you, you are going to come back, not to overstay. Because if you overstay, I suspect that something will happen to that 15,000 that you give to them to hold for you, say they come. I beg. Don't forget to use tap send with my promo code to do that very transaction or more. You can see what they are doing. 15 pounds on top of the money that you are sending. 15 euros for people in Europe, Italy, Germany, France, Ireland. Just name them. All the European countries. Once you use my promo code, you are getting 15 euros. $30 for people in US with Donald Trump there. I know he will use my promo code very soon. Then those in Canada too, you can do that and get $30. People in UAE, what are you waiting for? You are getting as big as 75 AED. So what is it? Let's do this, guys. Please share the video and drop your opinion in the comment section. Thank you and God bless.